Hi, Jim Yunt from Golden Years, home of the Kairos formula. Well, I hope you've had a chance to see our last video where we did an update of the first half of 2022 and then gave you some feelings about the current strategies and our outlook for the second half of 2022. This is a real short video just as a follow-on to that because today they announced Consumer Price Index, CPI, the inflation report, and that was one of the key things we were watching in the last video. So, just giving you a quick update. It still hasn't peaked. We actually went higher on the headline inflation number to a 9.1 gain inflation. Things are higher, prices are higher by over 9% for the last 12 months. The core number, when you subtract out food and energy, still a high number at 5.9. So we told you that's one of the things we're watching for inflation sometime soon to peak and then start going down. And we think that'll be the beginnings of making a recovery for market. So quick update on that. The second thing that we want to follow up is on the bottom of this video, you'll see two links for two documents. The first one is something that we think might be very helpful for you. One of our partners, it's Nuveen Investments, their chief information officer created something they call a bear market tracker. Because in the prior video, we said we're looking for these signs that tell us this is the bottom or we're nearing the bottom. And they came up with a pretty interesting interpretation of how to do that. So if you look on this slide real quick, they created 6 areas. And you see them in the leftmost column: valuations, earnings, Fed policy, manufacturing activity, market breadth, and bond spreads. And in the middle section, it describes how they're tracking that. But then on the right, you'll see a color code. And anything in a green means they think we're close to the bottom. And if you notice, only one category has a green on the rightmost column, that's market breadth. And that's related to what I shared in the last video. I said, look, it's gotten so washed out, so beat down in June that only 4 times in the history of the S&P have we had such negative, volume going downward that only 2% of all stocks were in any kind of good trend. Well, they're doing a similar number and they're saying the same thing. We should be close to a bottom. But you'll see on these other things, a yellow means we're getting better, but we're not there yet. And a red means, no, we still got a pretty long way to go. So that's one document. I think it'd be fun for you to read. The second document that we've attached on the bottom is, I actually got a couple of questions from some clients related to the video. And I started to cook up an answer to them and put some graphics and such in. I go, hey, maybe some other people might have the same question. So if you're curious, just take a look on that. If someone said, well, that's great, I see, some cautious optimism, but how are we really going to recover? So if you're interested, check that. But otherwise, we're still seeing more downside than upside till the problems that are causing the current downturn are resolved, namely inflation and rates backing off. When those macro type situations are different, we expect at some juncture recovery to occur. Let's hope it's sooner than later, like all investors, all right? Well, we'll keep our eye on it, and you take care. Take care.